Hey guys, DagTex here, and I want you to imagine for a second that you just went out on one of your big caving adventures, and now your inventory is full of all this stuff that's in my hotbar. Coal, ores, cobble, dirt, gravel, redstone, mob drops, all that good stuff. Now, if you're like me, you probably just want to be able to drop it in the chest and have it all sorted and smelted and all put away for you. Well, now you can. With this little setup right here, you just pop it all in this chest, and from there, it'll be taken through this sorting system of my own design. It's the smallest one out there. You should look it up. And from there, the first thing it does is it siphons off all the useless materials that we get tons of, like rotten flesh, gravel, cobble, and dirt, and moves that all around the side to this indefinitely expandable mass storage unit that you can even put on indicators on the side to see how full it is. Now what this does is, obviously, it just allows it to keep it out of the way of all your other chests, because this is stuff that you probably aren't going to really need to go looking for too often. So, the other thing it does is it takes these ores, gold and iron, as well as coal, and puts them into furnaces set up a little like this. One of these and another one flipped over on the other side. Now what that does is this is a smart furnace design. Every time the furnace changes states from on to off, it causes this toggle bud to activate, and when the toggle bud switches from one direction, it'll actually cause this to pulse and turn this torch off for a split second, just long enough for this hopper to grab one coal from the chest and move one coal into the furnace. So, the use of that is that because it only takes one coal at a time as needed, it can actually evenly distribute coal between two furnaces, and that's exactly what we're using it for over here. Then, all the extra material that isn't anything that's sorted out is put over in this chest and brought eventually down to this hopper. Now if this hopper, or either of the hoppers below the furnace, have stuff in it, they will transfer power into the powered rail that this chest cart is sitting on. And the chest cart will sweep around the bottom, and the hoppers underneath the furnaces will deposit their material. The hopper here will deposit its material. It'll go all the way around over this hopper that will suck out whatever the chest picked up, and all that stuff will be put in the chest right over here. And that's what it's put out so far from everything I put in. And then, of course, it falls down here, and the chest cart is reset back where it is. Now, the one thing is the chest cart generally picks up more stuff than it can actually drop off in one go. So, as you can see, it still has some stuff in it. So, to get around that, you can just put a lever right here with a piece of redstone diverted by a button on top of this white block, and then that will power this piston, bring it down, powering the powered rail. So I can just flip that, the minecart will continue going as long as that's down, and I can get the rest of my items right over here. Now the last thing about this design is this little door. You can actually make a little path going straight into this design that will lead you straight to where your coal is stored if you want to grab some coal for whatever reason. And you can also go and access your mass storage unit directly from the other side. And you can still see your indicator lights. So that was extremely useful. And in fact, this design is actually really small. The whole thing, not counting all the stone that I put on, is 7 by 9 by 10. That's only 630 blocks. So I'm going to build one of these in my survival world if I ever get the chance. And I think you guys would find it useful too. That's all I have for you guys. So, there's our stuff, and have a good one.